Welcome to my maths class. In this class, we will solve the sums from class 10 NCERT textbook, chapter pair of linear equations in two variables, exercise 3.1, question 5, 6 and 7. Question 5 states that half the perimeter of a rectangular park whose length is 4 more than its width is 36 meters. Find the dimensions of the park. Now in this sum, we have a rectangular park. Okay, the length of the park is 4 more than the width. The length is 4 more than the width. And half the perimeter is equal to 36 meters. So let the length be let the length of the park be equal to x meters. Let the width of the park be equal to y meters. Now the length is 4 more than the width. Length is 4 more than the width. So x will be equal to y plus 4. So x minus y is equal to 4. This is the first equation. The length is 4 more than the width. So we'll get this first equation. Now, next, half the perimeter is 36 meters. So, perimeter divided by 2 is equal to 36 meters. Perimeter, half the perimeter means perimeter divided by 2 is equal to 36 meters. The perimeter means what? 2 into length plus breadth. Length plus width. Divided by 2 is equal to 36 meters. So 2 will get cut here. We will get length plus breadth. Length plus width is equal to 36. So what was length? X. So we can write x. What was width? Y. X plus y is equal to 36. This is the second equation. We got two equations. X minus y equal to 4 first equation. Second one, x plus y equal to 36. This is the second equation. Now, if we solve these two equations, we'll get the dimensions of the arc. X minus y equal to 4 is the first equation. X plus y equal to 36 is the second equation. Now, if we add the two, we will add the two equations. Adding 1 and 2. We are going to add them. If we add them, plus minus y plus y will get cancelled. We will get 2x will be equal to 40. So 2x by 2 is equal to 40 divided by 2. 2 got cancelled here. X is equal to 20. So we have got the length here. X is equal to 20. Substitute the value of x in equation 2. In equation 2. So x plus y equal to 36 now. So 20 plus y equal to 36. Y will be equal to 36 minus 20. So y will be equal to 16. X is equal to 20, y equal to 16. So the length of the park is 20 meters and the width is 16 meters. Therefore, the dimensions of the park R. Length equal to 20 meters. Width equal to 16 meters. Now come to the sixth sum. The sum says, given the linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometric representation of the pair so formed is intersecting lines, parallel lines, and coincident lines. Here, you have been given one equation, that is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. We have to write one more equation such that the pair of lines will be intersecting. Next, parallel and coincident. First, we'll take the first case. The line should be intersecting. The equation you have been given is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we have to write one more equation so that the condition will be intersecting lines. So for this condition to be satisfied, the ratio has to be like this: a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. We have to satisfy this condition and write one more equation here. So I'll put here 5x plus 4y plus 3 equal to 0. Now we'll see the ratio. a1 by a2 is equal to 2 by 5. b1 by b2 is equal to 3 by 4. So from this ratio, we get that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So the lines representing the two equations are intersecting. Now coming to the second case, parallel lines. Parallel lines. The given equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we have to write one more equation so that this condition is satisfied. So for the lines to be parallel, the ratio should be like this. A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2, but it should not be equal to C1 by C2. So now we are going to write that I will write here 2x plus 3y plus 1 equal to 0. Now we'll see the ratio. A1 by A2 is equal to 2 by 2, that's equal to 1. B1 by B2 will be 3 by 3, it's also equal to 1. C1 by C2 will be equal to minus 8 by 1. There is nothing but minus 8. So now when we compare these ratios, we satisfy this case. Therefore, the lines representing the equations are parallel. The third case, rub कर दिया. Coincident lines, coincident lines. So the equation that we are given is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we have to write one more equation so that this condition is satisfied. For this condition, the ratios have to be like this. A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. I will write here 6x plus 9y minus 24 is equal to 0. Now we'll see the ratios. A1 by A2 is equal to 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. B1 by B2 is equal to 3 by 9. It's also equal to 1 by 3. C1 by C2 is equal to minus 8 by minus 24. This is also equal to 1 by 3. So this condition is satisfied. Therefore, the lines representing these equations are coincident. Seventh sum, the seventh sum, the seventh sum states that draw the graph of the equations x minus y plus 1 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. Determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis and shade the triangular region. We have to first draw the graph of the given equations. We will take the first equation, x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Now I will transpose x and 1 to the right side. We get minus y is equal to minus 1 minus x. So y will be equal to 1 plus x. So we got here y is equal to 1 plus x. Now let x be equal to 1, 0. Let x be equal to 0. Then y will be equal to 1 plus 0. So y will be equal to 1. So 0 and 1 is the first pair of coordinates. Let x be equal to 1. Then y will be equal to 1 plus 1. So y will be equal to 2. So the second pair of coordinates are 1 and 2. Let x be equal to 2. So y will be equal to 1 plus 2. Y will be equal to 3. So the third pair of coordinates are 2 and 3. We'll put them in a box. X minus y plus 1 equal to 0 is the equation. Now the coordinates. If x coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is 1. If x is 1, y is 2. If x is 2, y is 3. Now we will take the second equation, that is 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. Now I will transpose 12 and 2y to the right side. 3x will be equal to 12 minus 2y, and I will divide both sides with 3. 3x divided by 3 will be equal to 12 minus 2y, the whole divided by 3. So x will be equal to 12 minus 2y, the whole divided by 3. Now I will win. Yeah. Now let y be equal to 0. So in this equation, I am taking y to be 0. So x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 0 divided by 2. So x will be equal to 12 by 2. So x will be equal to 6. So if x is 6, y is 0. Next, let y be equal to 3. So x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 3, whole divided by 2. So x will be equal to 12 minus 6 by 2. So x will be equal to 6 by 2. X will be equal to 3. Oh, 3 is 6. 3 is 6. 6 is 0. Y is 3. X is 2. 12 minus 2y. 2 3 is 6. 1 minus 6 is 6. Okay. Then, so the pair of the values are, if x is 3, y is 3. Let y be equal to 6. So x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 6 divided by 2. So x will be equal to 12 minus 12 divided by 2. So x will be equal to 0 by 2. X is equal to 0. So if x is 0, y is 6. Y is 0. Now we will put them in a box. 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. X value and y value. So if x is 6, y is 0. If x is 3, y is also 3. 12 minus 2, 3 is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. If x is 0, y is 6. If x is 0, y is 6. Y is 3. X also is 3. Wow. The second equation has been solved wrongly. I am sorry. We'll solve it once again properly. Second equation has been solved wrongly. We'll solve it correctly now. Okay. Now the second equation was 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. So now I will transpose 12 and 2y to the right side. 3x will be equal to 12 minus 2y. So 3x divided by 3 will be equal to 12 minus 2y, the whole divided by 3. So 3 will get cancelled here. X will be equal to 12 minus 2y, the whole divided by 3. Now let y be equal to 0. Then x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 0, the whole divided by 3. So x will be equal to 12 by 3. So x will be equal to 4. So the first pair of coordinates are 4 and 0. Let y be equal to 3. Then x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 3, the whole divided by 3. So x will be equal to 12 minus 6 by 3. So x will be equal to 6 by 3. X will be equal to 2. So the second pair of coordinates are 2 and 3. Let y be equal to 6. So x will be equal to 12 minus 2 into 6, whole divided by 3. So x will be equal to 12 minus 12 by 3. So x will be equal to 0 by 3. X will be equal to 0. So the third pair of coordinates are 0 and 6. Now we will put the values in the box. Three x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. If the value of x is 4, the value of y will be 2. If the x coordinate is 2, the y coordinate is 3. If the x coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is 6. When we plot the graph, the coordinates of the required triangle are minus 1, 0, 2, 3 and 4, 0. Friends, I am extremely sorry for I had solved it wrongly, then I rectified it. So I am extremely sorry. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.